Now, question 5 covers another skill that we've seen in class, and I'm going to remind you of it. And this skill is substitution. We're basically going to replace a variable with a number that they give us. And this is actually pretty simple to do once you get the hang of it. But before we do that, let's just have a look at this table right here. So I'm going to move myself. This is the table. All right, I'm going to point my finger to each rule. So first of all, you need to understand that you should write a and not 1a or 1 times a or a to the power of 1. The second rule would be this, 2a. Now, a lot of you would probably do this. Well, never mind. Not a lot of you. I hope no one would do this, all right? But then let me just say that a lot of the mistakes that I've seen during my years of teaching would be that instead of saying 2 times a, most people would read it as just 2a. And when they replace a by a number, let's replace a by 3, instead of them writing 2 times 3, they'll end up writing 23, which is wrong. So please make sure that 2a means 2 times a. Same case for ab. ab is not just ab, it is a times b. This is just a simplified way to write it. A over b is the same as saying a divided by b. But then should we use the division symbol in algebra? Preferably not. A simpler way would be to write it as a fraction. Now, a squared is better than writing a times a, and a cubed is better than writing a times a times a. Now that we have these rules in mind, I'm going to bring myself here again, and then we're going to answer this question. So like I said, we're going to work out the value of each expression when p is equal to 3. So they basically told us this. You see all these variables here? We have p and q. P from now on is going to be a 3, and q from now on is going to be a 10. And we are going to substitute, we're going to replace these variables with the numbers that they gave us. So let's look at a, for example. A equals p plus 3. So what is p? It is 3. So all I have to do is replace that p by 3. So my answer would be 3 plus 3. And since you passed primary school, you should probably know 3 plus 3 is 6. First question is done. Q minus p. Q here is 10. P here is 3. So if I'm going to do Q minus p, it's as if I was saying 10 minus 3. And what's 10 minus 3? 7. Now let's look at this one. 5q minus 1. Now if you remember what I said, this is the common mistake. So a lot of people would write it like this. They would look at 5q. All right, q is 10. So I'm going to write 5 and then 10 and then minus 1. So my answer is 509. Do you think this is the correct answer? Or are they reading things wrong? Because you should probably say 5q is the same as saying 5 multiplied by q. So we're going to multiply 5 by 10 instead, and then subtract by 1. Now, according to the rules of order of operations, we should probably do the multiplication first and then subtract. So let's do that. 50 minus 1 equals 49. And we have answered C. Let's do the same thing for PQ minus Q. Now, this might look intimidating at first, but then just trust the process. PQ, that is P times Q, that is 10 times 3, minus Q, so minus another 10. We need to do the multiplication first. So 10 times 3 is 30. 30 minus 10, that is 20. My answer is 20. Let's look at this one. Same thing. Do not be afraid of it. Just replace what's on top, which is Q for the time being, and make it a 10, because they told us that Q is 10. So 10 at the top, 5 at the bottom. Now, the fraction 10 over 5 is the same as saying 10 divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 plus 4, of course, multiplication and division come before addition and subtraction. So 10 over 5, or 10 divided by 5 is 2, plus 4, that will give me a 6. So we have basically now worked out the value of each expression when p equals 3 and q equals 10. I hope this is understood.